Early Finisher Activities. On the bookcases along the wall, you will find the Early Finisher supplies. These are all the fun art activities you can choose from when you are finished with your classwork. Remember, Early Finisher activities are for when you finish your work early, and there will be art days where you don't get a chance to do them, and that's okay. The shelves on the left have all the Play-Doh supplies. These two buckets are filled with coloring pages. These on the bottom are the Lego kits. This section has all the whiteboard materials. The free draw paper are in these two green baskets. The two buckets over here are full of stencils. And this shelf has all the dice drawing game supplies. If you want to use Play-Doh, you will need to get one placemat, one Play-Doh, and up to 3 Play-Doh tools. You will find the placemats are on the top shelf, the Play-Doh in the middle buckets, and the tools in the bottom baskets. When using Play-Doh, always keep it on the placemat so we keep our Play-Doh and table clean. When finished, put all your Play-Doh back in the container. You can use a larger piece of Play-Doh to help pick up all the small pieces on your mat. And be sure to get the bits that get stuck in your tools. Do not tightly pack the Play-Doh, jamming it into the bottom of the container. Not only is it unnecessary, but it makes the Play-Doh hard to get out the next time you use it. Make sure to put all your supplies back in the correct spot. Do not leave the Play-Doh with its lid off. The Play-Doh will dry out and have to be thrown in the garbage. If you spot a Play-Doh missing its lid, please fix it, even if it wasn't your fault. If you lose your Play-Doh lid, don't worry, I have extra. In the green basket, you can find a lid that matches and prevent your Play-Doh from drying out. These two bins are where you'll find the coloring pages. I'm constantly refilling them, so it's good to check them for new stuff. You are allowed 1 coloring page at a time and up to 3 coloring pages per art class. You must always color your first page before getting another. Please do not put pages that have been colored back in the bin. Bring all your coloring pages home at the end of class. If you want to use Legos, take 1 kit from the bookshelf. Always hold the kit with both hands and right side up. Never hold it sideways or shake it. The lid can come off and the Legos will fly everywhere, making a huge mess that you will have to clean up. All the Lego kits should have 1 base plate and 1 Lego separator. The Lego separator tool helps with stubborn Legos that won't pull apart. Simply place it on top of the Lego you want removed and press down on the handle. Most Legos will pop apart. If this doesn't work, try the other end of your tool. Just wedge it in between and use it to pop the pieces apart. When it's time to clean up, you will need to remove any large structures from your base plate. You do not need to remove every Lego, just the tall ones so it will fit back into the container. Remember to check the floor for any Legos that might have fallen. Press down gently on the corners of the lid so it snaps closed. And place the kit back on the shelf. If you ever find any lost Legos during art, please place them in the lost Lego container on the shelf. This way they can be put back into a kit later. When using the whiteboards, you are to take 1 whiteboard, 1 dry erase marker, and 1 erasing rag. The rags and markers are on the middle shelf and the whiteboards are on the bottom. Only use the special dry erase markers on these boards. Never use other supplies like Crayola markers. These markers do not erase and will stain the boards. When drawing, do not slam the marker on the board to make dots or press down hard. This pushes the marker tip down and makes it hard to draw with. When finished with your whiteboard, always put the cap back on your marker so it doesn't dry out, and use your rag to erase all of your picture. Do not leave any marker behind. Any marks left on the board too long becomes hard to remove and will ruin the board. If you lose a cap to your dry erase marker, you can find a replacement in the green basket on the shelf. If you want to draw, you may use the free draw paper. Only take one paper at a time. When you're done with your first drawing, you may take another paper, but no more than 3 papers per art class. Never take more than 1 paper at a time, and please don't put your drawing back in the basket. Bring your art home at the end of class. If you want to play the drawing game, you are allowed 1 game piece and 1 dice at a time. Choose the game you want to play and grab 1 dice. The dice are glued inside the shaker so they don't get lost. So please don't try to open it and take the dice out. Shake your dice container and place it on the table to see what number it lands on. Then look for that same number on your game sheet to tell you what to draw. You can play the dice drawing game with the whiteboards or free draw paper. Never draw or color on the game sheets. When you're finished, always put them back in the shelf in their proper places. There are a variety of stencils that may be used with the free draw paper. You are allowed 1 stencil at a time. Should you change your mind, you can always switch it out for a different one. Pencils are best when using stencils to trace on paper. Pencil points are able to get into all the nook and crannies to get the most detail out of their image. Once traced, you can outline or color them in. I'm warning you not to use markers. The broad tip will have trouble fitting into all those narrow areas, and your drawing won't look as sharp or detailed. Remember, you don't have to trace the entire stencil as is. Be creative. Use the stencil to create dynamic scenes and fun environments. Add a background. Add details. And don't forget to color your masterpiece. Next to the drawing game are step-by-step drawing guides. These sheets feature easy-to-follow drawing instructions for a variety of creatures. Remember, only take 1 at a time and return them when you are finished. Other drawing tools you will find on the bookcase are circle tracers for drawing a perfect circle and rulers for drawing a perfectly straight line. Only take 1 at a time and put them back when you are done. For 4th and 5th grade, you will find adult-sized scissors and Sharpies. Every table has their own cup and is labeled with their table color. If you're ever unsure of a rule, please reference the posters on the wall or ask your teacher. Now let's start making art.